Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make cool magnets. These are 3D printed. They have magnets in it like refrigerator magnets. Pull them off, put them on. Also, I want to show you that these are child safe. The actual magnet is 3D printed into the base of it, so you don't have to worry about some kid trying to pop it out to swallow it. So these magnets, this is the Darth Vader. It's a pen holder. You can get it off Thingiverse. This is drag and get off Thingiverse as well. But I'm going to show you how to do two operations to make it happen. You got to cut it and then add a negative part. So let me show you. So here I've imported the dragon. I think it was called the Viking Dragon. Got it off Thingiverse. Now you can pick any model you want, any 3D model that you can find out there on Thingiverse. Printables. So I want to turn this into a refrigerator magnet. So first thing I'm going to do is scale it. I want to make it a little bit smaller. Now if you want to do uniform scale, make sure that you have the uniform scale selected. And let's try 75%. Okay, that's going to be 83 by 97 by 93 millimeters. Okay, I like that. All right, so next thing you're going to have to do, you want to cut it. So I'm going to go up here at the top. You're going to see the two bars with this dashed line in it. That's going to be my cut plane. Now, when it first comes up, most of the cuts are going to start horizontal. Actually, all of them are. You have to set the plane that you want it to cut at. So let's see how we do this. So right here on the right, I have the red. And if I grab that and drag it, I can change the cut plane. Now I want to go 90 degrees. Now if you see down here, if I pull it out here, the mouse, it'll do infinite different angles. So 8.8, 9.4. But if I hold it closer to where these marks are on the circle, it'll snap. So that's 35, that's 40, 45. So I want to go down here, I want to do 90 degrees. Now, depending on how you want the model to look on your fridge, you could do 45, you can do 85, 55, but just realize that if your angle is is not 90, you could have your model looking downward or upward. I'm going to drag this rotation plane down to 90 degrees and it snaps to it. Now also, if I wanted to twist it in and out, I would go to the top view and I can rotate this as well, the slice plane. So I'm going to leave it this way. All right, the next step is, where do I want to cut it? I can drag this yellow box forward or backwards. So I'm going to cut it. Where did I cut it? I included the horns on this one. So let's go to that spot. So zoom in. Looks like it's about right. I might go back just a little bit. Now you're going to see that it's got a little bit of a tail that's in that cut. Don't worry about that. I'll show you how to get rid of it. All right, I like the way that looks. Perform cut. Now more than likely you're going to get this error down here at the bottom right. It says error, following objects are laid over the bound. And as you can see, I'm outside my print area. So I'm going to go over here to objects. Over here where it says process, I got global and I got objects. Click on objects. Once I get to objects, I've got plate 1, which is on the plate. Then I've got this part that's off the plate, and it says outside. So bottom line is, I don't need this, so I just delete it. Once I do that, I take this whole object, move it to the center, the error goes away. Now I've got this little piece over here that I don't want. So what I'm going to do is right click, you're going to split to objects. And then over here on the left, you're still on objects, you're going to see two of them. That's the main piece I want to keep. This is a piece I don't. So I'm going to hit delete to get rid of it. Now if you see the back of it, you zoom in, This is going to be the back of the magnet. So now's what I need to do is add a cavity, but I want to add a cavity to where it's not just printing a cavity that I just glue a magnet in. I want these child safe. Okay, I don't want. All right, so how do I insert a magnet into this? Well, we're going to do something what's called insert negative part. So if I click on the dragon, and over here again in objects, I'm going to right click on the Viking Dragon STL, right click, and I have bunches of options here, but I have what's called add negative part. So I'm going to add negative part, and now if you have square magnets, you do a cube, circular magnets, and I'll get to the magnets in a second, but I have round ones, so I'm going to insert cylinder. So this is my negative. It's going to give you a heads up, switch to per object, which we already are. We're in the object mode, not global. Hit OK. Now this, I'm going to make the size of my magnet. So on this one, you're going to click off uniform scale. All right. So my magnet is 16 millimeters by 16. That's the diameter of it. And then the thickness is 5.2. So that's my magnet. Doesn't do me any good out here. It's got to go in the back of this. So first thing is you're going to click on the move button now, and you're going to put it into the back of the dragon. Let's get a back view here. Don't worry about the height yet. I'll get to that. So I want to drag this. All right, so if it clicks on something different now that I've clicked it as Viking, just go back to cylinder, generic cylinder, and it'll highlight that for you. So now I can go back to move. And I can use these arrows to move it. Let's try to get it about right in the center. And you're probably going to have to do this multiple times to get it right, because you click. If I click on the model behind me, it selects the model. So then I have to go back to objects, click on generic cylinder, and drag the arrows. That looks about right. Now, if I go to the side view, that height is way too high. That's like putting a magnet that's that deep into it. I only needed about 4 layers at 0.2. That's going to be 0.8 millimeters high. So now when I go to set my Z depth, how far I want this magnet from the bottom, first thing you're going to see is object coordinates. That's measured from the part itself. So if I want it 1 millimeter to the right, I want it 1 millimeter down, I can set it there. But what I really want is world coordinates. World coordinates give me the actual world coordinates from the bottom plate, because that's where I want to measure it from. So this magnet right now is at the center. If you see over here, let me zoom in on this. It's to the center of the magnet. So I have a 5.2 millimeters, so I need 2.6 is the center. So 2.6, I'm going to do 4 layers at 0.2, so 2.6. 8, 10, 12, 14. So I'm actually going to do 3.4. So on my world coordinates, 3.4, and that gives me 4 layers at 0.2, because that's what I have it set on for doing the slicing. And this will allow it to be covered in the back and centered. Now, once you put the placement of your magnet, typically I'll do a height that's like maybe 0.5 millimeter high, and the width is going to be 0.5 millimeter extra, just to give you some extra room. And I'll show you what's very important is make sure that when you put the magnet in, the print head isn't going to hit it. And I'll show you how to do this. All right, so once we got that in there, it's a negative part. I don't have to do Boolean add, nothing. So I'm going to slice the plate. And here comes a warning. which I knew was going to come in. A couple of things I need to show you on this. As I pull the slicer down on the far right, let's take a top view of it. You're going to see that this is printing over air. So if you go back to the supports video that I did last time, you're going to see that this doesn't print over air, so I'm going to need to do supports. However, there's important thing you need to know. If I go back over here, I'm going to go to where's that? Global. I'm going to go to support. I'm going to go to enable support and reslice it. Now that'll make that warning go up here once it does disappear once it does a slice. So as you can see now it's sliced with all the supports. But there's one thing else you need to check. Because remember we added that void in the middle of it. If I slice down through here, grabbing the bar on the right, slicing down through it, you're going to notice right in the center, that's my magnet. This orange material here, that's the base of my magnet. And as I start slicing upwards, I see support material in there. The problem with having support material where the magnet's supposed to go is now you have to dig it out halfway through the print. You don't want that. So there's one setting that you need to do. Over here on support, you're going to see on build plate only. Click that box and reslice it. Now, as we start from the top and work down, you're going to see when it comes to the cavity for the putting in the magnet, it does not have supports. So that's what, because I don't want to sit there and try to insert a magnet and dig out all the supports. So take the supports on build plate only. Now I need to add my pause. I want to go to the first layer. If I go up one layer, let me zoom in here a little bit. If I go one layer up, it's a crosshatch. All right, so I want to go to the one layer just below it starts to cover it up, and that's going to be this layer. If I go up one, it starts to cover it. So I'm going to go down one. Over here on the right, I showed you the pause and the adding the jingle bells on the last one I did with support and brims and rafts. So on the here where the plus sign is, I'm using Bamboo Slicer. You're going to right click and say add pause. Now, as what this does is it will print and then stop right there. This is where you're going to insert the magnet. So I started another Darth Vader cut because I want to show you how you insert the magnet. Now, do not remove the print from the plate or the plate from the printer. I'm going to show you because I'm going to pull the plate out because I'm not going to finish this. If you pull the plate out and it doesn't get just right, it's not going to line up right. So basically, you're going to take your magnet that you've selected, and as the machine is paused, and let me go back to show you what it looks like. So the Darth Vader one, let me pull up. This is the Darth Vader. That's the current print state. Okay, and you're going to have this warning that pops up. It says printing pause due to the pause command added to the printing line. That's what you want. Now I'm going to pull this out. Don't do it. Literally is what I would do was take this, reach in here and insert it into the print. Like that. But let me show you what it looks like. Basically as it prints, oh that's hot. Basically as it prints, it's going to stop and pause right here for you to be able to add your magnet in there. And you can feel there's just a little bit of an edge where the 3D print is higher, because as it's printing you don't want to hit the magnet. So you just put the magnet in. Once you're done with that, now if I go back to Bamboo, I've got printing pause due to pause command, which I put in there. I added the magnet, and now it's giving me an error. It kind of knows that I took the plate out, so it's not even going to restart the print. So I'm going to hit stop. Are you sure you want to stop the print? Yes. However, if you're doing it for the magnets, put the magnets in, hit resume, it'll print. Okay, so that's it for today. Go out to Thingiverse, Printables, Colts. Go out and find something to cool 3D print. Showed you how to cut it on the plane, depending on what angle you want. Cut it. Showed you how to add the void into it, so you can put the magnets into it. And now this is a magnetized dragon. If you can do a 3D magnet for a refrigerator, might as well put some bottle openers on it. Alright, so hit that like and subscribe. Next video on the show is SVGs. We're going to ramp it up a little bit on creativity, and there's tons of SVGs out there that you can use, and I'll show you how to add part and add negative part depending on what you want to do, if you want to emboss it or print above it. So thanks for watching.